Is it filming?
Yes, sir.
Good morning, YouTube. Welcome to today's vlog. Workout video because I'm not holding the camera. But we're gonna be getting into a lower body workout. This is gonna be the second of the week, so it's kind of my moderate rep range. So like 17s, it pretty much sets at 17s on most things. Also wearing a Rascal Apparel hoodie, so thank you to Rascal Apparel for sending this out. It says Peach Boys, and I believe that's Japanese. It's really comfy, so thank you guys for sending that over. We're gonna be starting out with some leg press. I've really changed up my form a little bit since probably the last video. Watching Mike Israel's videos, going a lot deeper, and as you would guess, a lot less weight. So we're gonna be showing you those, and we're gonna superset that with the spider curls, which is gonna be with the easy bar. So pretty much warming up right now, and then we're gonna be getting into this workout video. Currently, it's really cold in the gym, so we are rocking some of my old basketball pants, the old baggy. No one makes sweatpants like this anymore, it's all joggers. So one of the companies, somebody makes some baggy, comfy sweatpants so I can get warm during my training. But we're gonna get in this workout, and thank you guys for joining us. Wait, we got something important. So the song of the day, we're gonna get in that. NCT 127, Simon Says. I've been listening to this on repeat constantly. If you wanna get into some K-pop, do the good stuff. That takes me back. Picking those up is when I like snap my shit up pretty good, but we're being a lot smarter when we pick up plates nowadays. So we're about to get into working sets now. We worked up, pretty much each warm-up set was 1 plate each time. We worked up to 4 plates. So it's not like super heavy. Of course, all leg presses are different. Some, like you'll be able to do like 8 plates, and it's gonna be the same as like this one doing 4 plates. I've used a bunch, so it really depends. This is still moderately low weight, but it's because like the range of motion is gonna be pretty high. And also we're doing relatively high reps. I messed up earlier. We're actually doing sets of 14 on most exercises because the training block right now is 17s, 14s, 11. Last was 20s, 17, 14. So you see, I just pretty much brought it all back 3 reps. That's how I do my high volume transfers in training blocks. So we're gonna get into this. It's gonna be 14 reps. We're gonna get into 4 sets of that, and we're gonna superset with, again, those curls. So that does it for leg press and the curls. Important thing with the leg press, going that deep, I definitely recommend trying it because like a lot of research shows, longer range of motion is gonna beat just doing heavier weight with less range of motion, especially total work being equal. So I'd recommend giving that a try on leg press. Whenever you're squatting, try to go to depth. Keep that as your consistent baseline of form, and then progressive overload from there. But definitely see how your knees are feeling. For me, haven't caused too much pain, so definitely do it safely, but do it deep. Look at my shoes. Are we on me now?
Yeah.
All right. So next up, we have Barbell Hip Thrust. I'm super happy about having these back in my workout routine because, as you remember, I mean, if you've been following the channel, had a little back tweak. So I stopped squatting and doing some spinal loading. Also, I had a really bad bone bruise, which was keeping me from barbell hip thrusting. The back was keeping me from squatting, but I'm bringing back barbell hip thrust because really just making a concentrated effort on keeping my ribs braced, keeping everything lined up, and then also with that bone bruise, honestly I probably could have returned quicker. Just got to move the bar a little lower on my hip and not exactly on the bone because that was really beat up. So really happy to have these back, and honestly, in my opinion, I would rather have these in and use this as my primary movement for my legs because I'd rather have giant glutes than probably the biggest quads. So gonna be focusing on these, and I may not be bringing some squats back for some time because I'd rather not retweak my back, causing me to miss both of these exercises when I think I can substitute for quads a lot better than substituting the hip thrust for glutes. By far, I think this is the best glute exercise possible. If it's not on your routine, highly recommend rotating it in at least every few training blocks. So we're gonna be doing sets of 14 with this. Yes, you gotta write that time, so that's in your cardio. We got 335 on the bar, and we're gonna be working in pull-ups as well. So we're gonna be doing as many sets with hip thrusts as it takes us sets to hit 50 pull-ups. Well, pretty much we're just gonna do 5 sets of 10, and if I'm short, I'll stay over at the pull-up bar and get the rest. So we're gonna get started with that, and yeah, glutes for the sloots.
Damn, Marzi, damn, Marzi, damn.
One set of 10, we're going up to 50. Hopefully we can get 5 sets of 10, probably not. But every time we go over to the pull-up bar, we're gonna try to get 10 reps. So we're gonna take a breath and then go back over. So with hip thrusts, sometimes I notice that I'm like, sounds weird. Sometimes I notice I'm hitting my glutes better than other times. So like one thing I use as a mental cue, it's kind of course, like your rib cage, you wanna point that down. Try to keep compact here and like keep your obliques engaged throughout. Almost like you're thrusting up towards your head. And that's gonna get your glutes engaged. And that actually, when I focus on that, I feel like a lot more glute engagement, and it's like not a lazy movement. Because with some movements, you're gonna really have to kind of pinpoint and feel what muscle's being worked, or else the other muscle groups are gonna compensate. You're not gonna be getting your desired muscle and that desired growth in that area. I'm out of breath, we're gonna do pull-ups. It's 20. Don't film me, I don't have a pump yet in my arms. Don't make me laugh when I'm doing pull-ups. I knocked over some the pull-up bar. I'm good at cleaning up after you, man. Right, so that's 30 pull-ups, almost there. One more set. Actually, we did 4 sets of 10 with pull-ups so far, so that's a win. It's doing good so far. One more set. Oh man. Jeez. So that is 70 reps of hip thrusts. Finito with that superset. Next up, hamstring curls. We're gonna do single leg presses once I catch my breath. Are you filming?
Yes, sir.
Oh my. Hello there. So we're gonna be doing some hamstring. This training block I've been doing the laying down, so probably four sets of, again, the magic number of the day is 14. So we're gonna do 4 sets of 14. We're gonna rotate these in with single leg press. Someone's on it right now, but I'm gonna ask politely to work in. That's what you do when someone is on the machine you want. You don't complain about it, you just ask to work in. That goes to my clients. You almost got the whole stack. Man. So we're gonna be doing this guy. It moves with you, it's pretty cool. The one issue with this is because I'm taller, if I try to do like really long range of motion, it hits the end and this kind of, well, the weight stack hits the top. So it's gonna be a little shorter range of motion than I would like, but doing the single leg gives a little more variety versus the other leg press we were doing. So it keeps things a little more fun. so that's the first set. We're gonna be rotating that around, I think 4 times, because we still got a good amount of other fun things to be doing. She took this picture and she was like, and we still got 30 weeks to diet from there. Oh, we get this on camera? I mean, structure, tool, and all that, and a little sharpness, but like, we haven't started dieting yet. And that was, Nicole got that picture while we were doing some arm training, so the pump and all that considered, I'm very excited to drop 30 pounds and see what that same pose looks like in like, what is it? 36 weeks from now, but that's exciting, a little bit. Are you filming?
Yes, sir.
How many? I asked that like 3 different times. All right, so we were just talking about, Gymshark did a really good job with this shirt. I picked this up, it's one of their drop pull shirts, but it's a pretty good fabric. Like, it looks like a t-shirt, but it's really stretchy. Didn't expect that. And then they cut it for you. It's a little wider than it looks, but it automatically starts to roll in. And my nipple is here, so it's like the perfect distance to where no nip slips are probably safely gonna happen, but you still get to show a little cleavage, little side boob action. So good job, Gymshark. It's only 20 bucks. I don't have a discount code, but definitely quality product. I always like say, if I try a quality product, I will always try to share it with like the people following me, because everybody who's doing some fitness following my channel, I want you to show off your gains too. All right, that does it for this superset. We're gonna throw in a little bit of CrossFit into this workout. So we're gonna be doing kettlebell swings. So that's gonna be a hinging motion, which is usually gonna be a lot of hamstring action and a little bit of glute action, which we're always all for. And then we're also gonna be doing some goblet squats with that as well. So that's gonna be a ton of leg volume in terms of quad volume for the goblet squats. And then also, because how my back's been acting up the last year, I haven't done a lot of deadlifts or RDLs or anything like that. This is gonna be a good way for me to do moderately low weight, because I'm doing high reps with these swings. So we're gonna get into that. It's gonna be 5 rounds of sets of 20 and sets of 30. So a lot of fun to be had, and we're gonna see how in shape my 225-pound physique is. Let's do it. We're about to get underway with this CrossFit inspired superset. So we got the 24 kg, that's like 52 pounds. Wait a minute, 2.25 plus, yeah, 53 pounds-ish, I think. And then also we got goblet squats, which we'll be doing with the 75-pound dumbbell. That wrecked me the past couple times, so I'm not moving up to 80 just yet. We got 5 sets going in. We're gonna do 30 swings, and then we're gonna be doing 20 goblet squats every time. So this is a really easy way to get in a ton of volume into a very short period of time. I'm talking fast, because I'm really excited to get underway. I got a 5-song K-pop list set up, so we're gonna get into it, and Amon's gonna get us some angles. So that's one set. So one of my AirPods got loose. What we do in between, out of breath. Gonna walk to the end, then start the next set. That's kind of like my little breather in between, because I'd probably be falling over. I try to do it back to back to back. So let me take my walk. I guess an important tip with these, what I focus on is, again, always with the rib cage, instead of keeping it pointing out and extended, try to keep that aligned with my pelvis. So when I'm doing goblets, instead of being up here, kind of here, trying to keep everything lined up. Again, easier on my back. Same thing with the swings. It's not a squatting motion, it's more of a swing. So you want to get your upper body actually pretty low, and then you want to just use your hamstrings and ass to propel the kettlebell. we're working on power here. So you're trying to get that high. It's not supposed to be any kind of like shoulder involvement. So that's how you want to perform these. And also with the kettlebell swings, it's well known to be something good for your lower back, but that's of course if you're not hyperextending and moving your spine too much. So again, keep your rib cage down and locked. Like again, like kind of you're bracing to get hit. Keep that pointed down, braced. Keep that trunk position constant throughout the movement. Safe back, big hamstrings, big ass. I'm gonna take a walk. So we're gonna be starting the arm superset. I did switch out the tricep movement that I was doing. I used to do it on like the seated preacher curl, like kind of reverse with the easy curl bar, and I was going overhead. It started getting a little to the point where it's heavy. It's causing a little elbow discomfort. So now I'm doing like a single arm standing dumbbell extension. So it's still like an overhead motion to get that long head. So we're all about that. Then we're gonna be moving into just standing regular bicep curls. What is that, bilateral, or just 2 at a time? And then we're gonna be doing a lateral raise and also trying to hold the lateral raise at the top so it's a little bit of also eccentric motion, a little resistance. So we're gonna get into that. I think we found some good lighting, so really gonna get a good pump. Let's get started. Also causing a little elbow discomfort. So we'll bring down the weight a little bit, see if that does anything. If not, may have to find something else for today. But of course, teaching point right here is listen to your body. I mean, if it's like hurting your elbow, don't keep pushing until your elbow snaps. Of course, be smart. Try to do what you can. Don't keep poking the bear, as they like to say. So keep it safe. All right, that's set 1 of 4. Now we got to do it all again 4 times. So as you can see with the lateral raises, I'm doing it at relatively heavy weight. So maybe in the beginning you see a little bit of slight momentum, a little lower back action. Trying to minimize that, but also focusing on like holding at the top. So there's also like a loaded eccentric. Because sometimes getting up, especially with dumbbells, we're not getting kind of resistance in this plane, your left to right motion. So it's good to kind of give a little extra love by holding that at the top. And then you get it, try to slow it down on its way down. It's just a little eccentric loading. So that's what I like to do. Hopefully it pays off when I get 30 pounds later, but I'm gonna repeat a couple times. Don't forget, rack your weights, but we are done for the superset with arms. Arms are beat, but of course, my most blatant weak spot we're gonna be working on, we're gonna do some calf raises to finish out the workout. We do 5 sets of those, so we're gonna be heading over back to that leg press machine. I'll have to catch my breath as bad as the CrossFit set, so we're just gonna head right over. Hey there. So we are back at our good friend, the leg press. We're gonna be doing some
course, calf raises. So the way that I've done in the past is we're gonna do normal concentric, but try to go for like 4-second descents. I noticed that it just helps you, like, on the descent, you feel your calf kind of taking the load, and then it kind of like primes you for the next contraction. So sometimes I feel like my quads try to get involved, some other muscles try to get involved, so that's my best kind of advice to helping you. And it works for me mentally, because sometimes everyone has different mental cues which are gonna be helpful. So that's kind of mine when I'm doing these. All right, everyone, so that is the workout. We just did a little bit of calves, we did some arms, we did some CrossFit, we did a bunch of quads and hamstrings. So that's gonna do it for this lower body day. Yeah, thought it was a pretty damn good workout. So like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. We got the prep starting actually next week. I'm leaving for the Arnold tonight, so should be getting a video up. It's gonna be a phone vlog because I'm just taking my phone along with me. No big camera because it's hard to take around everywhere. But I leave tonight, and then me and Aman are gonna be pumping out content, especially with the 36-week or 37-week diet coming up. So hope you guys stay tuned for that. I will see you in the next video. Got much more to come. Keep it flexible. We're out.